I kinda read it in our... What? Hello guys, long time no see. I'm Lesia and today I'm going to be doing another tag for you. And this is going to be the book Courtship tag. Let's get into it. I'm gonna link the original video down below if you haven't heard of this tag yet. It's pretty fun, so let's get started. Phase 1, Initial Attraction, a book that you bought because of the cover. Behold the Fool's Assassin by Robin Hobb. If you are not familiar with the story of me and this book yet, is I saw it in a bookstore. I was amazed by how beautifully done this book was, and I just quickly swiped Google Goodreads to check whether this was the first in the series. Indeed it was, but not the first in all the series, but the first in this series that are like the third series in the installment. Anyway, I got this gorgeous piece of thing on my shelf and I still cannot read it because I haven't caught up with the series yet. But yeah, Initial Attraction. Would you not buy this book? It's absolutely gorgeous. Phase 2, First Impressions, a book that you picked because of the summary. And for this I picked Uprooted by Naomi Novik. The summary of this book just blew me away, and the more I heard about it, the more amazed I was. If you don't know yet, this book is my one true love, or one of the many bookish loves that I could be able to find. Oh, it follows Agnieszka, who lives in a tiny village, and this village lives by the big forest, the mysterious wood, and there is a magician nearby called the Dragon who protects the villagers from the wood, but for this he has to pick one girl every 10 years to serve him, and Agnieszka is afraid that it's going to be her friend Kasia. So this summary absolutely blew me away. It gave me a hint of magic, a hint of this Beauty and the Beast-like setting, although it's not really that, but it's also super fun. And there's so much magic in it, I'm just, oh, it's so good. Phase 3, Sweet Talk, a book with a great piece of writing. For this I picked Daughter of the Empire by Raymond E. Feist and Jenny Wirtz. And this is a book that was definitely so joyous to read, so beautifully written. This is, I guess, a book in which a collaboration of two authors really pays off. One of my new favorite series, and it's amazing, got amazing writing. Phase 4, First Date, a book that made you want to pick up the rest of the series. For this I picked Solace by Gail Carriger, which I just finished reading not so long ago. I'm going to mention it in my wrap-up. Oh, it was such a super fun book. It really convinced me to go up with the series, which is why I made an impulse purchase of the third book in the series instead of the second. More on that later, however. If Alexia's witty banter and all that doesn't make you pick up the second book, well, I don't know, I guess this is just not for you. Phase 5, Late Night Phone Calls, a book that kept you up at night. And for this I picked The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith. This is the second book in the series, not The Career of Evil because I don't have it on me. But this book was so engrossing and it was so tense. By the second half I was just practically shivering with excitement. Ah, don't fall. Save the day. Yeah, so I was just absolutely gripped. I couldn't let it go. This book was so amazing. I had to read it at nighttime and daytime and transport and lessons and every other hour that is not originally meant for reading. Phase 6, Always on My Mind, a book you could not stop thinking about, and for this I picked Wizard's First Rule by Terry Goodkind, which is part of the Sword of Truth series. You know, it's been so long since I read all of the books, and still I think back to the first book in the series and other books in the series, and whenever I'm handling something, sometimes I'm just finding myself thinking about Richard and Kaelin and what they would do in a certain situation, so I'm really hungover from the series. I don't think I will ever be able to handle the fact that there are no more books coming out. Phase 7, Getting Physical, a book which you love the way it feels, and for this I picked up Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell because of the cover. The cover of the book is just like, this velvety, pleasant font type of stuff. I can't explain it, it's just so beautiful and so nice to hold and so nice to do this. Just listen to the sound. It's amazing. Phase 8, Meeting the Parents, a book which you would recommend for your family and friends. For this I picked a Russian classic called Master and Margarita by Bulgakov, which is one of my favorite books on the shelf ever, and you're looking at a really old edition of it, not really that old, of the year 88, which is really not the first edition or anything, but this is the one I read. If you have an opportunity to read this book in translation, make sure it's a really good one, which means that it has to have mentions and explanations down at the bottom of the pages, because otherwise you're going to miss out on some political context and other stuff. But this book has it all. It's mystical, it's mature, it's a love story, it involves around the devil coming to Moscow. It's so super fun. Phase 9, thinking about the future. A book or series you know you will reread many times in the future, and for this I picked a new book, relatively new for me, which is The Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder, a first book in the study series, I think they're called. And it totally convinced me to read the rest of the series, but as well I think I'm going to enjoy rereading this very much. Not very often to spoil it, but it was fun and adventurous and dangerous and filled with magic, and I'm super enjoying it. So that was it for my tag. I hope you enjoyed the answers that I gave and the books that I mentioned. If you read any of these books, please let me know down below what you thought of them, and I'll see you next time in a video, hopefully very soon. Don't forget to like this video with a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. See you later and bye bye!